Hi, Albert here again with Mainland Cycle Center. Today I want to show you the 2020 Kawasaki Ninja H2 SX SE Plus. Wow, that's a mouthful, isn't it? H2 SX SE Plus. A couple of new things on the H2 SX for 2020. Gets the electronic suspension. Is probably the big thing. Also it gets the, well, it had the highly durable paint last year as well. But just an incredible motorcycle. You may know if you watch my videos, but I own a 2015 Ninja H2 that I bought brand new. And so I'm a Kawasaki guy. I didn't buy that bike because I needed to go fast. I bought it because I am a Kawasaki fan and I thought it was a pretty special bike. But this bike really fits where I live and the kind of bikes I like to ride. Now this is not a cheap motorcycle. Msrp on this is $25,000, so it is not inexpensive by any means, but it is packed with features. And so let's talk a little bit about some of what you get for that $25,000. Let's start with the lighting. All of the lighting on this bike is LED. Turn signals in the back of the mirrors, the headlight, cornering LEDs here, the tail light, turn signals, everything is LED. All of the lighting on here. The Brembo monoblock 4-piston calipers, stainless braided brake lines, front and rear, floating rotors or semi-floating rotors, inverted front forks. This has ABS. It also has the Kawasaki Kibbs ABS. So Kibbs is Kawasaki intelligent braking system, and it is a very sophisticated, very quick reacting ABS system. So it is a different ABS system than what you might find on a Ninja 400 or a Ninja 650. You can see it also has the center stand there. So we talked a little bit about the forks. We showed you the inverted front forks. This also now has the Kawasaki KECS, or the Kawasaki Electronic Control Suspension. And best I can tell, this is a little bit of a combination between the ZX-10R SE we had a few years, which was the first few years ago, which was the first Kawasaki with electronic suspension, and our Versys SE Plus that had electronic suspension. So there's a combination of solenoids that control the dampening for the semi-active suspension, as opposed to stepper motors. So it happens very quickly, within milliseconds. The suspension can adjust based on what the information is getting from the ECU. It measures the piston in there. The stroke is being measured, so it knows how the suspension is reacting. Beautiful color on this bike, golden emerald blazed green, and this is Kawasaki's highly durable paint we talked about just briefly. But this paint is redesigned so that if you get a light scuff on it, that it will actually heal itself. Put it out in the sunlight and it'll actually heal itself. And so now obviously if you get a deep scratch, road rash, that's not going to fix itself. It's not magic, but it is designed to heal itself. So it should maintain this shine pretty well and stay looking good for a long time. So Kawasaki calls this a highly durable paint. This is a trellis frame designed to reduce weight a little bit. Now this bike is not particularly light. It has a curb weight of 577 pounds, but you've got a lot of stuff. You've got a supercharger, you've got an aluminum airbox, so the aluminum airbox to help dissipate any heat generated by that air pressure in the intake. Center stand adds weight. ABS motors add weight. And so not particularly light bike, but the person who's buying this bike is probably not looking for a ZX-10. This is going to be a really nice road bike. They're 200 horsepower. I don't even know if we talked about the motor yet. 1000 cc inline 4, 998 cc's to be exact. Dual overhead cam, 4 valve, liquid cooled, fuel injection. And of course, the big deal with this bike is it's supercharged, in case you don't know that. But and they're rated at 200 horsepower. So where like my regular H2 is very aggressive, not subtle at all. There's the ram air for the intake on it. Comes down this intake pipe right here, And then there's an air filter here. It goes into the supercharger. The airbox lid is aluminum, again, to help dissipate heat. But this bike, as far as riding this bike, it is much smoother and easier to ride around town than an H2. H2 is very in your face, very aggressive. But with the H2 SX, if you whack the throttle good, it's on. It is a 200 horsepower motorcycle, but much smoother just driving around town, much more enjoyable. So definitely they took a little bit of the edge off from the regular H2. The seats on this bike, just gorgeous seats. Got this very premium looking seats, vinyl there, smooth, and then you've got kind of this suede looking texture there with a silver stitching. Really looks great. Again, the turn signals are LED, the tail light is LED. Single-sided swing arm on these, very cool. This has ABS, traction control, power modes. We talked about the ABS, but this also has the IMU, or inertia measurement unit, so it's lean sensitive ABS and traction control. This is also equipped with electronic cruise control. There's your Kawasaki River Marque there. Adjustable levers, black levers with a little adjustable. Nissan master cylinder, so a hydraulic clutch and hydraulic front brake master cylinder, of course. You can see the top of these forks have the wires going to them. It says KECS, Kawasaki Electronic Control Suspension, by Showa. You can see the one there. It looks like it's a separate function. So this is probably dampening on this side and spring preload on that side. Has a 12-volt power outlet right there. Full color LCD display, and I'm sorry, this bike's not serviced. We should have got it serviced. It's a shame. Maybe we get it serviced, we'll do another video. But and then it has the Kawasaki Ology app that you can put on your phone, so you can go in and make some adjustments, whether it's the suspension settings, ride mode, traction control settings. That stuff you can do from your phone. You can also create a ride log, GPS and maps and things where you can see, where you rode, so you can log your ride today. Little stripe on the wheels with the Kawasaki logo, looks really cool. There. You can also add saddlebags to this bike. So Kawasaki has accessory saddlebags that you put on this bike. They're about $1,200 or so. Usually when we sell the bike, we'll try to give a discount on the bags to sell them as well, make it a little easier. But I really am in love with this bike. It's really just exactly the kind of bike that I like, I want. Not really in a position to buy one personally right now, but who knows, maybe in the future. But I absolutely love this bike. I have had a chance to ride, not this newest one, but I rode the first year model, the 18 model, when it came out. Very similar coloring to this, and I absolutely loved it. So big fan of the Ninja H2 SX. Like I said, not a cheap motorcycle, but if it fits what you need and what you want, there's really not a whole lot more you'd need to do. The only thing I would do to this bike is install bags. It's got a 12-volt power outlet already. I'd maybe do a phone mount, and I think I'm in business. There's not much else I would do to this motorcycle. So not like you have to go spend thousands of dollars adding things. It's got everything. All right, well, that's a look at the 2020 Kawasaki Ninja H2 SX. Once again, we are Mainland Cycle Center. We're located in Marque, Texas. We're about 30 minutes south of downtown Houston, just off of I-45. You can find us online at mainlandcyclecenter.com or by phone at 409-948-4969. And we would just love it if you give us a call, shoot us an email, or even better, come on down to Mainland Cycle Center, where we'd love to help any way that we can. Hey, thanks for watching.